Good morning everyone, Frank here, and today I'm recording this video because I'm answering the question from a new friend that I made this year working in the fashion and luxury industry, and she's Susanna Nicoletti. She's literally rocking in the luxury and fashion industry, author of Luxury Unlocked book, and she's running a very active community on LinkedIn and Substack, so I will provide all the link in the description. And she was so nice to ask me some question about the launch of my book, AI Traction. So I'm gonna answer this question here so you can enjoy the question, and then you can have like the full interview on her newsletter. So make sure to follow Susanna on LinkedIn and to join the Substack newsletter because she provides really great value to all the fashion and luxury industry about branding, strategic branding, and innovation. So we have been working on some nice consulting projects for a customer that we share in Italy in the fashion industry. And the first question she asked me is to introduce myself. So I'm gonna start by sharing a bit of my story. As you might know, I've always been building and creating tech projects since when I was a kid. I started very young to create my first website. The first one I think was a fun website about Pokemon. So when I was literally little, like 11 or 12 years old. So I grew up designing user experience, product design, and on digital product. And I got in love with numbers, so I combined these skills together to grow up as a professional and entrepreneur. I spent most of my life building stuff, as I said, and in the last 10 years I focused a lot on the e-commerce industry. I had a chance to found a startup which was called Digital Rock, where we created a skin adless platform, which was high performance front-end platform for e-commerce that I then sold to one of the biggest Italian e-commerce providers. And then I worked for 2 years as a manager inside a group, and with many like interesting fashion brand like Moschino, Acquazzurra, Zanellato, Piquadro, high fashion, many brands in different industry, but especially focusing on the fashion industry. And so during this experience actually, where my job was basically to manage important e-commerce project from the development to the optimization of the business. So always been using my skill of tech to leverage tech for business performance. And so I found myself optimizing very little marginal gain on e-commerce speed, conversion rate optimization using AI for merchandising, for recommendation, into marketing processes. So, and then suddenly everything changed because in the last, 2 years, with the advent of ChatGPT and OpenAI, AI got this a boost on the market, and for me it was a new era. It was basically a wonderland of amazing impact on cost saving and development of business. So I really fell in love with this. So I switched from what I was doing, it was basically around e-commerce, tech, and consulting, to completely focus on AI and specifically on AI automation. And this takes me to the second question from Susanna, which is what AI can do for fashion brands and how it can be really helpful. So first of all, you have to think about the kind of AI that I'm working on and focusing on, and that's the number one I think every decision maker should care, and it's AI automation. So it's a use of AI not just like on personal use on tools like we all do on ChatGPT or on the different many hundreds of tools that are coming out every day nowadays. So what I'm talking about is the use of AI to automate processes. So it can really be helpful on different areas for fashion brand, especially in branding, communications, and content production. As we all do, content is the core of the communication of the modern marketing. Marketing, B2C and B2B, CRM, and research and product development. So this is also a very interesting area where AI can enhance all the processes of creating new concept, learning from data to develop product, and actually speed up the product development and have like faster feedback. Then there is a third big area, which is on the supply chain, where I'm not really an expert, but it's very exciting because from the quality assurance, all the processes of manufacturing. So there also very, very interesting area of cost saving and improvement. So overall, AI can be introduced inside current processes to enhance and improve a lot the efficiency. It means cost saving, and also at the same time enhance the quality and the scalability of the process themselves. So this is a very, very strong leverage with a high business impact. And getting to the third question, what are the ways that AI can promote process and flows optimization within a fashion brand? So this is a very interesting question. So as I was saying, AI automation is breaking down existing processes and understanding if a process, which we should make an example on content production, so the whole process from the shooting, creating like the pictures for the e-commerce, so the front and the back of a still life, and then when you put the clothes on a model, and then you maybe create a video or content to enhance the product page, for example. So these are very different steps where AI can be introduced, and in some cases, when you have like 10 tasks, you can replace human labor based task with AI run task and manage from AI tasks. So AI can literally replace many of these steps. So sticking to this example, which I think it's very concrete and practical, you think about shooting a clothes just in still life, and then you can use the virtual try-on a model to actually create the clothes on the model shot, and then you can animate this shot using AI. You can bring the model with the clothes on with this dress, for example, in very different scenarios without moving all the crews. So you can basically have a campaign shot in Italy, in different locations, or all over the world, with a very, very tiny budget compared to a traditional way of approaching a campaign for e-commerce or a campaign for marketing. AI can promote processes and flow optimization by granting and replacing some very repetitive or highly human-based task, and access a really interesting saving scenario. And we all know that these years are not the easiest one for the industry. So first of all, you should think about creating a cost-saving plan for the brand. And second, the process, by being automated, this enables the company to really focus on the quality and the regulation of the process itself. And most of the time, we can finally do what we always wanted to do, but we couldn't. By this I mean, for example, running A/B testing for content production, personalizing more the content for the different part of a collection, or personalizing the content for countries, And so this is a sort of AI transformation. So after automating the process, we can fix the basics and start really enhancing, elevating the process, and most of the time also innovate. The fourth question is how to avoid, how to use it, how not to use it to avoid to distract the attention. I love this question really, because AI is a very abused word. It's in the buzz all over, like the mouth of the people, and everyone pretending a bit to be an AI guru nowadays. But I don't really pretend to. But I in the last, I think, 7 years, I had a chance to use it in very many different ways. I had the chance to apply it in the era of the old AI era, which is pre-OpenAI, pre-ChatGPT, and in the modern era. So where we should be paying attention is to educate ourselves as a decision maker and managers, and try to think about the application of AI being very methodic. And I really believe, because I'm running different projects with different brands, and we also share in some cases with Susanna, and this is the key leverage of this century, and we need to be very methodic and scientific, trying to apply it related to processes. And on the process, we should really care about two kind of KPIs, very simply. One could be cost saving, and so we can really think about how we can transform a process with the application of AI, substituting some internal cost or external cost to be outsourced to partners, and create efficiency around that. Starting with this base and new foundation of processes, we can think about innovating. So, as I said, being very methodic, for example, on content and marketing, the first kind of application could be scaling the content production, enhancing the content production, enabling the team to run A/B testing, personalized content for our marketing activities, introducing a professional segmentation inside the CRM, segmentation of customer base and our product, enabling to get to a very high level of personalization. So AI is an enabler of efficiency. For marketing, for example, there is a very big concrete trend, which is personalization. So with AI, you can get back to create one-to-one personalized content. And so this means that the brand can go back talking to the single customer using AI to understand our customer better and create one-to-one specific content with specific product recommendations. So this is just an example of very concrete strategy and tactics that can create a very high impact on the customer experience in our marketing. So the last question is, of course, it's about the book. So Susanna asked me to tell us about the AI Traction book. So AI Traction is basically a story. It's a story of wonder, and it's a story about business performance. AI Traction is the story of Alice, that from the Wonderlands, she just grew up and she got into business, and now working as a manager in a company, she starts following a white rabbit in the office. And the first part of the book is really built as a fairy tale, where Alice, following this white rabbit discovers a new word, the word of AI for business, the word of AI automation. And so the reader has the chance to learn about AI automation, inside a fairy tale. And I wanted to create this very magical and light reading, because I think it's a great opportunity by reading a book about business to also making it a light and enjoyable experience. So it was a great experiment, but I'm having such great feedbacks, and I think it worked. So what you find inside the book is this fairy tale that takes you really into the world of AI automation, and it's a real world. It's a magical world with different levels where Alice gets inside to, and so you can learn about how to use AI to automate processes. It's written for manager, for entrepreneurs, and it's not really a technical book, so it's very accessible. And also inside you can find a new method, which is a very simple method. So AI traction is the name of this framework that enables you to understand and prioritize the introduction of AI automation inside the company or in your company area. And it's directly inspired from the traction method for marketing, which was around testing different marketing channels to obtain the highest returns. What I made with AI traction is really very, very similar. So it's the best way. It's a very simple and practical method to estimate the cost and return of different AI automation projects and learning how to prioritize them. And so you can have this clear, simple guide on how to avoid distraction and the buzzing around ideas that eventually could be interesting, but in business we always have to think about costs and returns. So this is a very simple and clear guide how to treat AI automation with a cost and return approach. And the second part of the book, while the first one is the fairy tale and also illustrated, so you can really enjoy, I think, reading this. The second part is basically a collection of case studies organized by area. So you can find many interesting case studies on branding, marketing, sales, and all the different areas of a company. So as a decision maker, you can use it to get inspired from real AI automation cases, to spark your creativity and brainstorming around the first idea for project. And so the second part can be really used as a manual. You can read the single chapters of the book. So this is the end of the interview. I really thank Susanna for this opportunity to get into her wonderful community. Make sure to really subscribe to the newsletter on Substack. I will leave all the links in the description. I really suggest you to follow her on LinkedIn and on Substack. The book AI Traction is available on Amazon, and currently is available in the Italian version, and the next week, by the end of the month in March, will be the launch of the English version. So I'm very excited for that. And so stay tuned for news, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will keep sharing my journey of helping entrepreneurs, managers, and decision makers on the introduction of understanding of AI automation for their business as a key business leverage for the century. Thanks for watching this. See you in the next one.